Welcome to this second video on the binomial expansion. In this video we're looking at two questions that require us to use the form of the binomial series that we had looked at in the previous video. So the first thing is asking us to expand p plus q to the power 4 and then using suitable values of p and q to find the value of 10.1 to the power 4. Let's just start with the expansion first of all. So p plus q to the 4, just using this, it's going to start with p to the power 4. Okay, and then we're going to put into the calculator 4c1, which is just 4. Okay, and it's 4 lots of p cubed times q to the power 1, which we just write as that. And then we put 4c2, which gives us 6. Okay, and that's 6p squared q squared. And then we have 4c3, which is 4p times q cubed. And finally, we just have one lot of q to the power 4. So that's the expansion of p plus q to the 4. Now the suitable values of p and q that would help us work this out are 10 and 0.1. Okay, because both of those figures you can raise to powers, high powers if you like, in your head without using a calculator. Okay, 0.1 squared, 0.1 cubed, 0.1 to the 4. All of those can be done easily mentally. So that would tell us therefore that 10.1 is the same as 10 plus 0.1, and we're going to raise that to the power 4, but we're going to use the binomial expansion to do it. So the p is 10, so we start by writing 10 to the power 4, okay, and I'm just going to write that as 10 to the 4 for the moment, plus 4 lots of 10 cubed, and that's got to be multiplied by q, which is 0.1. And then we've got 6 lots of 10 squared, and that's got to be multiplied by 0.1 squared. Okay, and then we've got 4 lots of 10 to the power of 1, which is obviously 40, times 0.1 cubed, and finally we've got 0.1 to the power of 4. Okay, now if we work through that step by step, it shouldn't be too difficult, because we've got here, of course, 10,000. Here we have 4,000 times 0.1, which is 400. In the next term, we have 600 times 0.1 squared, which is actually going to be 6. In the next term, we have 40 times 0.1 cubed. Okay, now 0.1 cubed is 1,000th. So it's 40 over 1,000, which is 400ths, which is 0.04. Okay, and finally we have 0.1 to the power 4, which is 0.0001. Okay, we just put those together. Well, we've got 10,406. Okay, so 10,406.0 4, and then it's 0, 1. Okay, and if you put into your calculator 10.1 to the power 4, it will give you that number there, 10,406.0401. Okay, now we've got to expand this bracket. It's all it's asking us to do, but instead of just having an A and a B or a P and a Q, we've got this 3x and a minus 1. So we have to be a little bit careful with the minus, as you'll see. So our A in our expansion is 3x. So I'm just going to make a note of that, so that A is equal to 3x and B is equal to negative 1. Okay, that negative sign is very important. Okay, so it equals 3x to the power of 5. Okay, that's our A to the 5. Then it's 5c1, okay, and 5c1 is just 5. And then it's 3x to the power of 4. Notice that I'm raising both the 3 and the x to the power of 4 times the minus 1. And then it's going to be 5c2, which is 10, and that's going to be 10 times 3x to the power of 3 times negative 1 squared. And then we're going to have another 10, which is 5c2 and 5c3, they're the same thing. That's going to be 3x squared times negative 1 cubed. The next term is going to be 5, and it's going to be 3x to the power of 1 times negative 1 to the power 4. And very last of all, we're going to have negative 1 to the power 5. Okay, whenever we have a negative number to a power, we always put a bracket around the negative and the number. Okay, and if we take that to the next line, I'll just move these down here out the way, because that's where I'd want to put my my next line. So my next line underneath that, now 3 to the power 5 is 243. So I'm going to have 243 x to the 5. Okay, the second term, well, 3 to the 4 is 81. So it's going to be 81 times 5, okay, which is going to be 405, okay. So 81 times 5 is 405. And it's not actually going to be plus, it's going to be minus, because I've got a minus 1 there, you see. So it's going to be minus 405 x to the 4. Okay, and then I've got a plus term, and that's going to come from the minus 1 squared, you see, which is going to be plus 1. 3 cubed is 27, times 10 is 270. So it's 270x cubed. Then I've got another minus term, because minus 1 cubed is minus 1. 3 squared is 9, so it's 9 times 10 is 90. So it's 90x squared. Okay, and now I've got the minus 1 to the 4, which is a positive number, positive 1. And I've got 3x times 5, which is 15x. And last of all, I've got minus 1 to the power of 5, which is minus 1. Okay, so that is the fully simplified expansion of 3x minus 1 to the power 5. Okay, and usually you would be asked to give each term in its simplest form, which is what we've done here. Okay, so that is a typical binomial expansion question using a bit of algebra, and this is a numerical application of the binomial expansion. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Take care.